Hello, we are back. And
I just want to clarify, we're not really back because this is for Friday.
that's true. Yeah, and now it's doing that thing again. Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever this is. So my wife had an idea, and I didn't want to create content for Friday. And so she said, well, I can do it. And I said, well, fine. Let's see what you have. She didn't want to appear on camera, though. So,
Yeah.
That's just kind of part of the deal.
But you can still hear the sound of my voice.
True.
There's always that.
Yes, it is true. So what are we going to do? I'm supposed to pull up the slides.
So first, let me just start by saying happy Friday, everybody. This is the Pious Reflections podcast. And today we're calling it Fun Friday because I am in the driver's seat.
Yep.
And that means that we're going to talk about all the fun things that I found on the internet in the last 48 hours because I kept flagging everything and putting it all in my bookmarks. So I picked the best of the best for all of you to enjoy.
We are not going to post this until tomorrow. So right now we're live. And so if you want to watch this later, you need to go to Pious Reflections on YouTube, subscribe, or go to piousreflections.com. And you can subscribe over there, and then you will get the full episode. But we're going to do everything now. So if you're a night owl like us, or just a glutton for punishment, stay around. Let us know what you think. Drop a comment. Tell us what you're watching. What should we talk about? Drop some tweets in there.
Drop literally anything.
Yeah,
literally
and
anything.
we'll talk about it. After all, this is the new way of public interaction. So what am I supposed to do?
Well, first I thought you were going to play the intro, but I guess we're not.
Oh, I guess I could do that.
Wait.
Does it? Oh, it does. Okay, good. All right, we're back.
All right, so the first slide that you're going to be looking at is something I want to, it's very brief. I didn't want to deal with any copyright issues, so I just took a screen grab of like the initial photos from the new release of a certain movie.
So I'm supposed to look at these.
Yeah, you're supposed to
and then
look
you're going to
at
ask me a question?
Yeah, exactly. So I want you to click into the next
Okay, here we go.
screen. And I just want you to click play. Just click play. You're not going to hear any sound. You're not going to hear any sound.
I did. I saw it, and it's
What is it?
It's How to Train Your Dragon, the official teaser, which
it's the official like pictures of the teaser.
Yeah.
Coming out here in 2025. Except the problem is How to Train Your Dragon already came out.
It did.
Like in 2009?
Yes.
Yeah. So my question is, when you see those initial pictures, does it feel familiar at all to you?
No.
Watch that again. Just watch it again. I cannot believe that you do not recognize this scene.
Yeah, it's when he's supposed to kill the dragon.
It's literally the exact same
camera
it's called angles.
It's a live action.
Yeah, but it's ridiculous because How to Train Your Dragon was already a CGI movie.
Yes.
And they're just going to CGI everything literally again. And I just wanted to get your input on it. What do you think? Do you want to go see How to Train Your Dragon 2025?
No.
No?
But I don't think anybody does.
I don't know. I saw some people talking about it and saying...
It does have 10 million views, but I think everybody's going to be very disappointed.
I'm just saying, I thought it was ridiculous, and I wanted to see if you recognized how it is literally identical, and they are not doing anything original, it seems.
I also think that this, the fact that people have an attraction to these kinds of movies show that there is an underlying hopelessness and a complete and total disdain for the future.
And I agree with you, and I think it's also, again, this perpetual childishness in these adults who keep wanting to just relive the magic of the first time that they saw some of these great movies, and they just keep trying to chase the high or something like
100%.
that. So anyway, I just thought it was ridiculous, and I thought you should know about it and enjoy.
Yeah, I think that is 100% the case.
All right, so move on to the next one.
All right, so we're going to go to the next one. I see somebody just jumped on. Yeah, so my wife is running my podcast tonight. So If you have some funny tweets you want us to talk about, drop them into the comments on YouTube or on X, and we will talk about them, because after this first one, I don't know where it's going to go, folks. I don't know where it's going to go. All right, so we're going to the next one. We're going to the next one?
Yeah, we're going to the next one.
A time to keep. Oh, okay.
So just read
I'd never say I won the lottery, but there would be signs.
Okay, so do you know about this trend on Twitter, Daniel?
No.
You say,
no, I don't.
Okay, so this is, again, I'm introducing you to what Twitter looks like in my world.
You're waking me up. I'm becoming woke.
You're becoming woke.
I am becoming woke, and it always comes through the woman. Always comes through the woman. Eve with the apple, you with the memes. And, if a snake comes into our studio, I'm leaving, and you're going to get kicked out. Anyway, keep going.
Okay, so this is a trend where people talk about how, like, if they won a bunch of money or they got some big inheritance, like they would never tell anyone that they got all this money, but there would be these secret signs that they got money. And so, of course, in this picture, the guy is insinuating that the signs would be that he like starts his own little commune or whatever. So my question was, if you got a big inheritance or some, big sum of money, what would be the sign?
What would be my sign?
What would be your signs? I was thinking about this and I was like, what would my answer be? What's Daniel's answer going to be? What would be the signs where people would be like, that's different?
There wouldn't be. Like, I would not have signs.
You would not have any signs.
No, I've actually thought about this quite a bit. Like, if I won the lottery, my goal would be that no one would even know.
Would you even do something like start buying leather shoes, like not at the department store, but like you wouldn't want to get like clothes that were tailored to fit you perfectly?
No.
Or like headphones
No.
that were molded to your ear?
No, but I know somebody who did that.
I know.
And I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. He wouldn't tell us how much they cost. And it was like, well, what makes you so special? And,
well, clearly what makes him special is that he could afford,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, anyway, so...
So you don't think there'd be any signs?
No. Well, I want to think that there wouldn't be. But then when that one thing comes along that you're just like, you want it.
Like a trip to Lourdes or something? Would you do that?
See, but I don't know that would be a sign that you won the lottery, But I do think that what would probably happen is like Elon Musk would release some really cool Tesla.
That was literally.
And I would buy that Tesla and I'd be like, that's my thing.
Yeah.
But everything else would be the same. I would just have like a nice car.
You would still wear the clothes I get you from,
I'd be like the drug dealer, that has the nice car outside of the shack. And people would be like, man, that guy spent all his money on his car. And I'd be like, joke's on you, sucker.
I like living in a shack.
Yeah,
I like it here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, this is fun. This is good.
We can move on to the next one. We're not gonna be on here for super long. We're just
Oh boy.
So, okay. What do you see? What do you know what this is from? What these two screenshots are from?
I know what these two screenshots are from. I told you, but I sent you the tweet for the For Life from Volkswagen.
Did you?
Yeah, I sent it to you in
that thread. All right, I didn't remember that. I thought it was my own, Twitter living.
That's all right.
But anyway, what I wanted to know is, which of these pictures appeals to you more, Daniel? The Jaguar picture or the one that says for life? Of a husband and wife, maybe boyfriend, girlfriend.
They're not husband and wife.
They're not husband and wife.
They said it in the commercial.
They did say it in the commercial.
Which it was pro-life.
It was pro-life. It's for life.
It wasn't...
not for marriage.
Yeah.
So, okay.
If people are still watching, what do you think? What do you think of this image? What does it make you feel like? Let's have a counseling. Let's have a Twitter therapy session. How does this make you feel? Oh my gosh, that is...
I looked at this and I just thought it was gross. Definitely the Jaguar one. I thought it was ridiculous looking too. What do you think?
Every time I see things like this, whether it's the Life commercial or the Jaguar one, I always have a question about what were the meetings that transpired, no pun intended, for this to get produced. And I do have this to say on this. These kinds of things make me think conspiracy theories are real.
Like what kinds? Like the Balenciaga kinds of
just like any of the
theories,
crazy theories out there where
Like
it's
what?
like just like that there are like actually corrupt people in Hollywood and these kinds of things. And the reason why, or like, you know, the CIA is running Hollywood or whatever, because people had to actually get together, put money on into accounts, pay people. They like it's not like these things just like pop up on the internet in a fully produced film that is supposed to get people to buy product. Like it's just I think that the whole administrative side of this, when people see these things, I think it makes Alex Jones look even more credible. Which, by the way, did you see that Rod Dreher and what's his face, Jonathan Peugeot?
No.
They were like, Alex Jones is right about aliens.
No,
Yeah.
I have not seen this.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I missed a great
it was pretty funny.
window to put up here. No, what I admired, though, was the work that must have gone into this person in red. I don't know if it's meant to be a male or female. But there's
That is a man.
perfect. It is a man. Okay, I was struggling, but the perfect right angle that they have cut into that guy's hair.
Yeah, I can give him points for that.
I think that we should at least,
Acknowledge
just
that.
admire.
It probably
the
took as
work.
much work as the cinematography for the Life commercial.
Apparently though, the guy that did the for Life Volvo commercial is the guy that shot Interstellar.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was cracking the joke.
I get what you're saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
You ready for the next one? Because I'm tired of looking at this picture.
Yep.
JMT. Never be afraid of loving the Blessed Virgin too much. You can never love her more than Jesus did.
So the reason I included this one, and maybe it seems like a weird lineup to have this right
JMT
after that
is
one.
a controversial figure
Is
on
he really?
the old Twitter. Yeah.
Okay. I did not know that.
Well, I mean, like sometimes he posts. I mean, he's
think,
definitely got some fiery tweets.
Okay,
we'll just put it that way.
I'm sure he does, but I thought this was a great quote, and I was thinking about it because of the pro-life message, pro-baby message, pro-family message from Volvo.
Yes.
And I was thinking about this, and I was like, I want to get Daniel's input. We've been Catholic now for almost a year, and do you feel like has there been a special devotion that you have grown in to Mary, or like do you wear a brown scapular? Like, what are there any special things that have changed in your life in the last year?
I do think it is 100% true that the closer you come to Mary, the more you become like Christ. I think that one of the when you convert to Catholicism, one of the things that is weird is as you're investigating, you kind of hit this point where you've kind of made the decision that you're gonna convert, but there are certain doctrines that you think, well, those will never become a significant part of my life.
Yeah, like those are kind of the ones you just deal with.
Yeah,
like
you just accept.
You have to just accept it and move on. Yeah, you push it to the side,
right?
And
then you're encouraged by a priest or somebody like that, like from a homily, just like you would just like any convert would come in, and you decide to start praying the rosary more, or you read about a saint like Saint Maximilian Kolbe, and you realize like, oh wow, like this guy obviously played the part. Maybe I should think more about this. And I think the other thing is that you're just like, even the word devotion, like a devotion to Mary is confusing because in the Protestant world, devotions are books. They're not verbs. Like, you know, you're not they're not a act of loyalty to a person. Like they'll use it as a noun and a verb. Like, you know.
Yeah, I devote myself to. Well, and okay, I have one thing to add, because the devotion, that language really tripped me up when we were becoming Catholic. And I remember asking one of the priests, because they were talking about devotions that they had. And this is, they did affirm this, my understanding of it coming from Protestant life. But I was like, is it kind of similar to the way that if you really love like a music group? So, for example, when I was younger, I loved the Beatles, and I wanted to study the Beatles and their lives before they became the Beatles, and how how they progressed through all their music. Now, obviously, I wouldn't say I had a devotion to them because I didn't.
Right.
It was not related to my spiritual growth, But when Catholics talk about having a
It's
devotion,
definitely related to your distraction of your spiritual growth.
Yeah,
like
no, it's
weed
totally
killer.
true. Yeah.
But, spraying it on the wrong plant.
Yeah, no, I definitely sprayed it on the wrong plant for a while. But anyway, so yeah, when I think of devotions, I think of it like just these little pinpricks that God puts in your heart and in your path. I mean, even artwork and things like that. Have you noticed that? Like pictures of Mary, like certain things that just crop up over and over again in these short windows of time. Like it's demanding your attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think that what ends up happening is Mary becomes a sign of God's presence. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of Protestants, and I would be guilty of this as well, is that prior to becoming Catholic, and I know Catholics can sometimes wander into superstition for sure, but when you are looking at all of the symbolism that Catholics do have, God's presence becomes way more apparent in your life, because now you see a statue of Mary and you don't see, just a statue or a piece of stone or whatever. You're actually like, oh, like God's reminding me that, I'm a Christian, that he's with me and these kinds of things. It's not merely like, well, I force myself when I look at the sunset to remember God. Yeah. It's like, okay, well, you may not have to be forced to do that, but it's not the same thing as, looking up at the sky or being out camping and just being like, man, isn't this great? And you just kind of wander into the presence of God in those situations. Mm-hmm. But the iconography and the art and all that kind of stuff wakes you up to be more aware of the spiritual realities around you.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it's amazing that so much of the classical art has Mary. Like she's part of it. And it was never a distraction.
All the reformers liked her. So
there you go.
You want to go to the next one?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So here we go. Next slide is, I'm very excited about this. In a WSJ op-ed, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy call for a partial taxpayer defund of abortion chain Planned Parenthood via Doge. Amazing.
So what do you think? Good news?
Of course it's good news.
Great news.
It's amazing news.
Some of the best news of
now,
the week.
Do you think they're going to be able to pull it off?
I think it's possible. If they can
We really need to have a camera for you next time, by the way, if we do this again, because I'm like changing the scenes right now so that we keep people interested if they see this. But yeah.
You're doing a great job.
You can't even watch it. Are you watching?
I'm watching it.
Oh, yeah, you are watching it. Yeah. Okay, I forgot. Yeah, you can see. So we believe the current Supreme Court would likely side with him on this question, but even without relying on that view, Doge will help end federal overspending by taking aim at the $500 billion plus in annual federal expenditures that are unauthorized by Congress or being used in ways that Congress never intended, from $535 million a year to the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Oh, that's NPR.
Oh, man. Well, no. That's CP.
Corporation for Public Broadcasting?
That's PBS. That's public.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Either way, it's one of those guys. And $1.5 billion for grants to international organizations, to nearly $300 million to the progressive groups like Planned Parenthood. Yep.
So, no, I was just super excited. Wanted to celebrate by putting it all over the internet.
I don't know if they're going to get it.
No, but we should encourage it, and we should cheer very loudly.
I'm going to cheer them on anyway. I mean, I signed up for the Wall Street Journal because of this article.
There you go. Nice. So, Yep. Just wanted to say, look at that. Super cool.
Nice.
All right.
One more?
This next slide is the last one that I contributed. And so.
Oh, yeah. I saw this one.
You want to read it for people?
Gen Z and Gen X. And it's what's that movie again? The Emperor's New Groove. And
it's when Pacha
is like trapped in the ropes, and Gen Z and Gen X is Pacha, and he says, stop adding LOL to the end of every sentence. And then the donkey says, the llama says, LOL, and he's the millennials.
So I realized when I saw that meme, I still say LOL all the time.
You do.
And I was wondering, does it annoy you? Are you more like a Gen Xer? Like, do you wish I would stop doing that?
I actually saw this and I was like, I don't have that experience.
It's because you're a millennial.
Like, even the guy who did it has a laughing emoji. Like, I'm an emoji guy. I will drop the emojis in there all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, you
big
should use those.
Face, a big sideways smile laugh face.
Matt Walsh says that if you use emojis, it means you don't know how to write. And I'm like, says the guy who is like the most emotionless person on the internet.
That's true.
It's like, I feel like a lot of his emails have to be taken the wrong way. You know? Like Matt Walsh sitting there. Hey, you're fired.
Hey, period.
Just kidding. Hope that didn't freak you out. But seriously, I need your help on something. You better get over here quick. You know? It's like
no periods.
Yeah.
No smiley faces. No
and don't bring the raw milk. So. ... Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. I was just curious.
So mine's the last one, right?
Yep. Yours is the last one.
Mine's a good one.
Now, so here's the thing. If you hit play on your end, I'm going to be watching it delayed from what I can see. So I can hit play on my end.
You shouldn't hit play because you have headphones and you should be able to hear everything.
That's right. Okay. All right.
That you need to hear.
All right. It's just the camera is going to be like laggy from what I'm seeing.
You want to come over here and watch it?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Just hit play. Go for it.
Here we go.
Sorry. X.
Have you seen this?
No, I haven't seen it.
I had to watch it like 3 times before I realized that it wasn't like his legs. Like his legs are the ones that are in that green thing. Yeah. I was like, what is he doing? I mean, this guy has some serious hops. Like, I mean, like, this is...
This is good. Oh, man.
Oh, I love that video.
Yeah. That was great.
The caption was... when I saw it, it was boys just being boys. Or men just doing manly things or something like that. So.
Oh, man.
All right.
Well, thanks for indulging me.
Well, yeah, no problem.
Little morsels.
I enjoyed it. And if you guys want to do Fun Fridays again, make sure you send us tweets that you want us to cover on Fun Friday. If it's popular, we'll do it again.
Yeah. And if you don't send any tweets, you're just going to get stuck with whatever I come up with.
It's true.
So, you know.
That is 100% true. Anyway, also, don't forget, we have our Santa Claus mug that is coming out. And I am going to show it off before we go. Because
so, I'm just going to correct. It's not actually Santa Claus. It's
Saint
Nicholas. Nicholas.
That's right. Saint Nicholas. So if you have not seen our e-store, make sure you check it out because we have extra large mugs. And we also have this new Heretic Santa Claus mug for Christmas. Check it out. Decking, Halls, and Heretics since 325 AD. Make sure you check it out. And if you go there, you get a little 10% off thing. saintsandthinkers.com. I will drop a link in the description below. And that is all we have for tonight. And we will post this tomorrow. Thanks a bunch for listening, everybody. And you have a great night and a great what?
Have a fun Friday.
Have a fun Friday. Yes, have a fun Friday. Keep thinking. And also, I will be next week for Thanksgiving. We are going to be doing a series on the Rosary. They're going to be pre-recorded, and we're going to drop them each day next week. So make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that fun stuff. I am Daniel Roberts, and this is my lovely wife, Lindsey. We are Pious Reflections. Have a great night.